And Kim Alexis with a fashionable look at pearls.
Another 48 hours has taken its lumps from some reviewers.
Didn't she have her pearls on backwards?
Well, she had them over her. There's different ways that you can... We don't have to everybody wear them, just like the First Lady, I guess.
The fashion expert here, you notice this?
Mr. Fashion, right here. I've been talking to Kim Alexis. I learned all this stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All the people who worked on the movie say that Warren has broken Madonna's heart, and she has gone off, and she still loves him. But that's only hearsay.
I suspect it wouldn't be the first time.
And he wouldn't commit, because he has a problem committee. He wouldn't commit to that answer. But we'll be back right after this from Friedent.
4% of consumer surveyed say they believe advertising encourages them to buy products they don't need. Does that scare you?
No, I think the public...
74% of consumer surveyed say they believe advertising encourages them to buy...
No.
No?
Not last night.
Not with the weather, I don't. No. What I blame them is when they don't tell me.
Oh.
You know, they say, we're just going to sit here. Like Faith just came in and said, we're going to sit here.
Because that's the problem. I mean, they basically lock you up.
We're going to sit here. Like Faith just came in and said, we're going to sit here.
Because that's the problem.
I love this.
Yeah, because they present... They're the Clio Awards. I think most people know what those are. Those are the awards.
Best ads. Best TV, television ads.
I don't know what the stat fact is. We probably spend, what, 15 years of our lives looking at television ads or something. And as all...
Still looking for his first win. This will be
He wasn't dressed well yesterday.
That doesn't count. Two, it's more than double the work. Yeah. I mean, it's kind
and they'll never get the measles at the same time.
No,
they'll
it's
never
a
get the
geometric
mumps
progression
at the same
once
time.
you get them. It just kind of goes on and on and on and on.
And I'm just happy if I get the right colors.
You guys are horrible.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever come in and like one navy sock, one black sock?
I do that all the time.
I had navy shoe, one black shoe. I did do that. I did that once. It was like 10,
come on.
I swear, it was 10:30 in the morning before anyone had the courage to point it out to me or that I noticed. I'm standing in the hall and someone says, something wrong with your shirt. You've never done that?
No. Has been, who knows this country as well as probably any American will be here later on in the broadcast to talk about that. And in our next half hour, we'll have the defending champ, Greg LeMond.
The man himself.
So we'll see you each morning over the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
All right. Stuff through yet? Thank you. It's the 23 after. We'll be back.
What are some of the other things that we wouldn't necessarily think of that you think
We
of?
juggle things. We have a minute, and we were talking about
Smith another day.
plans for the 4th of
Ouch, ouch. You know, they're hitting each other with sticks. Greg, thank you. It is now 22 minutes after the hour. Still the senior golf tour, and it seems like the big names are now the seniors.
You know, everyone, not everyone, there are a lot of people who are...
In a little while. Kuski and Kamei and
I think you
Lapway.
just did. Take a walk to the weatherboard. A million...
All right. Then we give them something to agree or disagree with.
Kathy and Dorothy, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
this
Thank
morning.
you.
We're going to be back right after this.
Mark coming up from Second City.
Next week to fix it, and then come back August 9th if everything goes well.
Do they get to have any fun up there? Or is
Not very much, but you know the Boston Museum of Science exhibit is on until September 23rd. If anybody wants to share in this moment, that's the time to do it. Go over there and
moment
visit.
that was.
Yeah.
That was fabulous.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it was
Michael.
terrific.
While Charlie gets
thought
and
you had
wanders
escaped.
around. No, it's nice to come back here and see what it looks like bright and early in the morning. I don't see it much these days.
Funny, that's not what he said at 4 o'clock this morning.
By this time, though, I feel good about it.
All right.
Well, around there, 'cause how much does it cost to put the show on? About 35 cents.
And what's really funny, of course, is the voiceovers that they...
Summer's sleeper hit, and you're going to love it.
I know that one little scene raised the little hairs on my arms,
it's
so I'm going to go. I can't wait.
Most important, the best sense of humor, definitely a necessity around here. With us now, Al Kaufmann of the Washington Post.
You either give credit or assess blame to all the people who make this.
It's been a good week. I think we give credit.
Good morning. It's Friday.
Friday.
July 20th. I'm Harry Smith.
A lot of people are happy about that this morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paula Zahn. Welcome.
Bruno Kirby, he's co-starring with Marlon Brando in The Freshman. Best-selling romance novelist Barbara Taylor Bradford joins us. Also, how creative labeling of foods can sometimes be misleading to consumers.
And Steve Fox will be going to Chincoteague, Virginia for the annual pony swim. And on Friday, Joan, Sam?
I guess so, Mike. Thanks.
My choice.
8 minutes after right now. Spencer's taking a day off. Sam Champion of WABC TV is here with us. Last week was a scorcher.
What?
They actually make these custom-made, don't they? They draw your foot and then... Yes, exactly made to your foot. And this
handiwork must take
buckskin that somebody got a deer, and great fun. You don't often get assignments like this.
No,
I had
you
a good
don't.
time.
Lucky you. Thanks, Hattie. 15 minutes after the hour, Mark.
Thank you. Great story. Coming up.
Morning, so I took it pretty easy here. Let's see. No burnt rubber on that street.
It's kind of fun.
That's not a good thing to do when your license is close to expiring. 9 minutes after the hour. Let's talk to Mark right now about...
Berlin Wall comes down, I'll do it. And here he is again. Big event, big event. A lot of big stars there as well.
Have that story coming up in a couple of minutes.
We'll be watching another music story.
Now, and we're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. Time now for the news. Here's Barry Peterson. Good morning, Barry.
Hi, Barry.
$5 billion kitty market. Now, Victoria Corderi with the news. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning again. Here are the top stories on CBS this morning.
David Powell, preserving tradition. Welcome back, everybody, to CBS This Morning. Good morning. I'm Paula Zahn.
I'm Mark McHugh, and Harry Smith is off on assignment, hopefully sleeping late this morning.
Nice to have you with us in a
Pleasure to be
different
here.
corner
Yes,
of our
indeed.
big studio here. Coming up...
Dizziness, and these can be associated with nausea and vomiting. They also have a sense of fullness or pressure.
San Diego, where they've been training.
Hattie Kaufmann, thank you very much. Sure. It is 22 minutes after the hour. Still to come, a talk with that feisty...
Minutes before the hour.
You talk with Harrison Ford again today. Now, this is the third time you've had the opportunity to interview him.
Mm-hmm.
What are your impressions of him? What struck you about him?
All of the print stuff you read about Harry.
Navy has something else in mind for them. National editor Hattie Kaufmann is here with that story. Good morning, Hattie.
Good morning. Navy has in mind recruitment.
It is confusing.
Most people don't understand.
Well, you know, one of the problems, sometimes...
You heard Mr. Ortis talking about how they've been complaining about this since 1986. What was going on at the time?
The man in Iraq, we can't do it. So in the end, we really have to talk about the Arabs themselves, what the Arabs really want.
Tom, let's talk about that for the moment. Is, in fact, the Arab solution just allowing Iraq to maintain control? A lot of nice things about your ex-husband.
I do, and because I still care very much about him, I feel. Because I still care very much about him, I chips, and I wanted to share my experience.
In the book, you describe some pretty ugly things that happened to the two of you. How politically embarrassing will that be to your ex-husband?
One of the
Doesn't he? You look so healthy.
Yes,
I'm sure he's thrilled to be back.
Getting up early
On a slow August week. 8 minutes after the hour right now. Mark's too busy sitting here this morning. So Steve Rambo is going to fill us in on what is happening outside. He's from KC.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
Moving target out there with that camera. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paula Zahn. Coming up in this half hour, the story of a mother's courageous fight.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
Moving target out there with that camera. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paula Zahn. Coming up in this half hour. You weren't able to hear that disturbance, were you?
Sure I was. You could hear it down the hall.
Really? I walked into a
As you were
box.
talking, Faith was up there in the gallery, seats up there. We got 30,000 seats in this new thing.
Such a tattletale.
Well, I mean, who could not hear it? Oh.
I didn't say ouch loudly, though.
No, you didn't. You kind of... Your lips started bleeding there. You're kind of biting down, hanging on though. You
You don't need to like golf. Rubber duck racing is not a high spectator sport in the way of skill, so anybody could get into it, so to speak.
You must see a lot of potential here, because you've given up your full-time job.
And it's run like a business.
And you think this guy right here is your answer. Thanks, Eric.
Okay,
22
Paula.
minutes after the hour. We'll be back.
That your duck has a fighting chance, so to speak.
We know that we're in pretty tough economic times now. Do you find that this is a pretty good lure? American Duck Races is Eric Schechter, who joins us now with some of his friends. Good morning.
Quack of the morning to you. Don't get me started on the
puns. We've heard so many puns from 6 o'clock on this morning. How do you track these guys? You dump 50,000
time. Somebody comes to me and says, why don't you play the tuba with Barry Tuckwell? Will you say to me, don't do it?
Oh, come on, you were great.
Ready to drop.
I don't know, it looks pretty dangerous to me to let them go out and pick what they like.
It's important, though, Paula, to sit down with the child before you go, to take one at a time, if it's at all possible.
Sounds a lot easier than double trouble. Thanks, Pat. Harry?
Demonstrating in front of the White House, because we permit that.
To be an unpleasant configuration.
As you travel around the country, do you find there really is...
It's almost survivor's guilt. You know how when people survive an airplane crash, they feel...
Go back?
No. You never can tell. Let's hope I won't have to use it.
I hope everybody comes home.
Yeah, you got that right. That does it for us on this day. Been a good Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday.
We have a master chef along who will tell us.
Also coming up in the next hour, we're going to be visiting at home live in Las Vegas with Phyllis McGuire. We're going to hear from her sisters as well.
That's right.
That'll be fun. Happy Friday to you. Always a nice occasion to note. We do that today. You got
we celebrate Fridays here.
Well, Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. Lots of picnicking, lots of barbecuing.
And now you're going to go...
In the... I turn my cousin show.
16, 14.
14 years old.
Yeah, you figure it out one of these years.
8 minutes.
Charlie, thank you.
She has a long time ahead, though, to playing that tournament, doesn't she?
16, 14.
A plate with a hot dog on it, just in case. That you just grabbed from the guy? Yeah, shoved it in the bag with everything else. And it was in front of a bunch of affiliates who were waving goodbye to me as I headed out of town.
Stealing 6 sacks out of everybody's compartment. I cheat. He said he'll catch me right here.
Dr. Christian and Dr. Gibson will make sure that she keeps her splint on and that everything will...
By what they do in this crisis.
Senator McCain, thank you. Mr. Kimura. Coming up.
Yeah, if we talk about oil, you know, the oil is a wild product.
But I do try to protect him a little bit from being overworked.
And how the free enterprise system works. I just enjoyed being with her, and of course I love being with George, and if we don't have trained workers, we're not going to be able to compete.
But she turned up what may be the clue to unravel the mystery of Amelia Earhart.
How interesting. When's she going to make her journey?
As soon as she finishes the plane.
Up this way we will. Tomorrow won't be great, but Sunday looks really fabulous.
It's all right. Sunday is tea time day.
That's right. Hi, tea. Little crumpets for Mr. Gumbo. Please, over here. Little scones and jam. Very.
3B on a Tuesday morning, a very special Tuesday morning for the folks in Atlanta, Georgia, who, if you haven't heard by now, have gained the rights to to stage the 1996 Summer Olympics. That's the centennial celebration there.
Yeah.
Are the folks happy there?
Why is it necessarily something that needs to be done about the MOVE fire?
Well, because I think one of the problems right now...
Despite all of our protestations to the contrary of being an open and open-minded society, we really don't tolerate the nonconformists.
You guys have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
A nice weekend.
Working trip, right?
Yeah, working trip. Yeah, some work, some play. That does it for us on this day. Have a good day.
Those are the 3 clubs.
Little leg hole trap. I wonder if I can
Absolutely amazing, and you saw it.
Those are the 3 of clubs.
Little leg hole trap. I wonder if